yo, yo, welcome to the show.
Yo YouTube, what is good? Welcome back to another video. It's Sunday, November 10th, and we're answering the same question. What am I buying? And kind of a twist on it. What am I selling? Question mark. And that just means I'm buying my usual positions, but I'm also selling out of a position, and it's probably not one you guys would have expected, so probably gonna be an interesting video. This is a bit of a spoiler. One's Apple, one's Rocket Labs, and let's talk about that. So if you want to start investing in Robinhood, you can use my link in the description. You get like five or between $5 and $200 worth of free stocks. Otherwise, you just get your account and you can start investing either way. So if you're new here, we usually do, I guess, somewhere between $150 and $200 each week inside the portfolio. Right now, the portfolio, the taxable is sitting at $23,250, and we're adding $170 over the course of this week. Gonna be dropping everything on Monday and then just kind of stagger the way I spend it. So this is how I like break the money up. On Monday, the 11th, $55. Just buy whatever stocks and ETFs I think I want to buy. Then on Wednesday, we're doing 60. And then finally on Friday, we're doing the rest of the 170, the remaining $55. So what are we buying? We're buying Chevron. They have their ex-dividend date on November 18th. We're buying zero point 0.1 of a share, and that's going to bring us to 3.2 shares in total. Next, we got General Mills buying a quarter of a share, and that's taking us to 7.75 shares in total. Next, the final one for Monday, we have Home Depot. We're buying zero point zero 0.05 of a share. Not a whole lot, but taking us to 1.25x of a share. And it's just because it's on a recurring buy. I think I buy $2 every day of Home Depot. So just kind of a weird decimal right there. That's estimated to be $51.96 roughly. So definitely under our $55 budget, which is good. Next, we have our buys for Wednesday, starting it off with Chevron again. Same ex-dividend date. We're buying zero point 0.15 of a share this time, taking us to 3.35 shares in total. And I think this is our last Chevron buy before their ex-div. So this might be where we're closing off like our share count. So essentially, we should be getting dividends for 3.35 shares worth of Chevron. Next on Wednesday, we're buying Target. Their ex-div is November 20th. Buying 0.13 of a share of Target, 3.3 shares. Target's been falling a little bit, but I am still recently in the green, around 9 or 10%, I think. But I still think it is, worth buying even at my, how do you say, being so up in the position, the fact that I am down from where I was before, like Target is still decently far from its all-time highs. So it might be falling more, sure, but it's also a good time to buy. Plus their dividend date is coming up, so this one, Rocket Labs, very interesting in my opinion. So far we have one share. It's a stock I've been looking at decently for the last few weeks, and I think it is the stock that I am gonna choose as perhaps my more speculative play. I don't know. Obviously, no one knows how this is gonna fare out, but I bought a share of it. Like I said, I've been tracking it, just reading up on it, just looking at the share price, and just been keeping it at the back of my head for a bit. Started off with one share. That share is now like 25% return, and I'm like, oh, of course. I wish I had gone more. I wish I had invested more when I did so. So now I think I'm gonna actually jump in with a decent amount of equity. When I say that, I mean probably $100, if that much, and just kind of see where Rocket Lab can go. I think it's in a very good space in this day and age we're living in. not a whole lot of competition, and it has amazing potential for growth. If you're unaware what Rocket Labs is, I'm gonna go through it in Robinhood. Just kind of wanted to talk about it here. We're gonna be adding one share to our already existing one share, so that's gonna take us to two shares in total. That's gonna wrap up our buys for Wednesday, November 13th. So jumping over to Robinhood here, you guys see my portfolio. This is what I see when I look at it on my computer. Let's jump over to Rocket Labs real quickly, if and when this thing loads. So here we are, Rocket Labs. Let's look at what they do. Rocket Labs USA Inc. is an aerospace company which engages in the development of rocket launch and control systems for the space and defense industries. It operates through the launch services and space systems segments. What does that mean? Honestly, it to me just means like, hey, they are an aerospace company, kind of like how you would have SpaceX or perhaps NASA. They're not the same, definitely not the same. But I think that those obviously those companies don't trade publicly. This might be potentially. There's a huge chance it's not based on history, but this might be the next Tesla, let's say, because I don't think SpaceX is ever gonna go public. And if they do, maybe this will help Rocket Labs as a company. Maybe I don't know if it would hurt them in terms of competition, but this is just hey, this is just my company. I'm thinking this might be something that I'm worth flipping the coin on, rolling the dice and see where it sits in a year or 5 or 10, 20 years. I think. I know I'm very impulsive. I want to sell it after a 10% gain, if I do gain, or after I'm down 50%, I'm like, let me just get rid of it. Like, I don't know, but this one, let's see if I do go down. I plan to just average down and really just see where this company can go. I know it is a really interesting time to buy. It's up 155% year to date. Have I missed the train? Who knows? Never really know with these things, but this is what the well, it's not really an all-time graph, but the full history, life history of Rocket Labs look like this. All-time highs around $18, probably way more than that based on how Robinhood does its graphs. Probably not gonna show the all-time highs here. But it's like I said, it's just something I'm worth throwing a few bucks in and seeing where it ends up in the future. So that's it. That's gonna be our last buy on Wednesday. Next on our list, oh, actually, our estimated total for that is around $57.51. Our last day of buys is on Friday, the 15th, and we're starting off with Johnson and Johnson, December 2, ex-dividend date. We're picking up zero point 0.2 shares of J&J, taking us to 2.85 shares in total. And finally, I believe this is our last buy for Friday for the week. We will be picking up a fourth of a share of Verizon, and that's gonna take us to just shy of 9 shares of Verizon. Kind of like Target, Verizon has seen its like decent share price jump. Now it's kind of calming back down. I can see every day my the share price returns slowly to my average cost, but I'm just buying more. I'm just picking up more shares of it. No big deal. I still think Verizon is a great company. It's one of the, if not the biggest telecommunications network in the US, and I think it's adapting to kind of the changing technologies and all that. So, yeah, very comfortable with my position, even though it's falling. It's just gonna play the long-term game. That's estimated to be around $48.11 on Friday. No, what am I selling? It's literally right there. Apple. I'm selling Apple, guys. I'm selling Apple. It's crazy. I can't believe I'm saying that. Can't believe I will be doing that. But I think I'm gonna be selling Apple. Actually, before I go there, why am I selling Apple? I'm selling Apple. Let's look at Apple in my portfolio. So I've had Apple for definitely the greater part of my investing journey. I might have Had it at one point, sold out of it, bought back in. Definitely have done options on Apple, not in a while, but for sure in the past. Apple has definitely been a great performer in my portfolio, no doubt about that. I think Apple is still a great company, still a great stock, but I am at the back of my head, I'm trying to slim down my portfolio, trying to consolidate positions if I can. And Apple is one I've been kind of having my eye on, but at the same time, it's like at the same time I'm like, damn, it's Apple. Like it's a stock you should never ever sell. But I think that if I had to choose between Apple and a couple other similar positions in my company, Apple might be at the bottom of the list. And those similar other positions might be QQQ, SMH, and definitely Microsoft. And Microsoft is probably like the closest thing to Apple that I would say would would be my reason for wanting to sell out and kind of consolidate into. I just think that Microsoft is the better overall company, more robust, broader, bigger market cap, and just like more diversified in a sense. I just feel more comfortable sleeping with Microsoft. Definitely not that I am not with Apple, but I just think that a lot more factors, positive factors, point to Microsoft than they do Apple. So for that reason, I think that Microsoft would be a better position to store my Apple equity in instead of Apple. So kind of a convoluted way to explain it. But like I said, Apple has been such a great performer. They even pay dividends. Right now they're yielding 0.43. But hey, you know, it's almost time to say goodbye. We're up almost 50% at Apple, but you know, who knows? It might be another Home Depot where I FOMO, buy back in 6 months later when it's like trading at, I don't know, $300. I'm like, damn. But anyways, that's my spiel on Apple. So when I sell out to Apple, really just gonna be taking the money and sprinkling it over these six stocks. And it's funny, since I made this plan, Apple was trading where it was trading, and I was looking to get around $975 from Apple. But now, as you can see, it's closer to $1,000. So Apple really has risen since I decided to do this. Anywho, like I said, the money that we get from Microsoft gonna be putting it into from Apple. We're gonna be putting it into Microsoft, QQQ, SMH, some Home Depot, some Johnson and Johnson, and some Rocket Labs. And that's just a decision that I think I want to make. This is roughly in terms of scaling how I'm gonna be dividing it. The largest chunk, 100% going to Microsoft, QQQ not far behind, and then this is my Rocket Labs right here. I think I'm gonna be picking up like 8 shares of Rocket Labs from my Apple money. Of course, some QQQ and then Johnson and Johnson because I'm down in that position, and Home Depot because I just want to build that a little bit more. And yeah. So yeah, on Monday morning, gonna be selling Apple, and then throughout the course of the week, I think from Monday all through Friday, all 5 days, I'm gonna be buying into all these five positions, all these six positions, so I can hopefully get the best of all five worlds. So that's the end of the video. My same question to you guys. What are you buying this week? If you're selling anything interesting or at all, what positions might you be selling out of? I feel like the markets are at such a weird place with the election having gone. Everything is like so high, so expensive. Will this be a week of pullbacks? Who knows? It would be crazy to see it continue rising, but I'm not even gonna touch any options this week, I don't think. I'm just gonna buy the stuff I plan to buy with the prices they are, because who knows what will happen. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.